Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
I like it. We like that. We like that Fiverr's the best.
You paid a guy $5 to do that?
So it's not really $5, but man, I gotta tell you this.
It's like that $7 car wash you got today for $20.
Which I told you was not gonna be $7 when we pulled into that.
You wanted us to use soap?
Yeah.
That's
I
extra.
use Fiverr for everything, man. I do. Like all this voice shit. That thing right there is not... No, he's a comedian that Sean knows.
Yeah, it's Brent Pella.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just kidding. Dude, speaking of comedians...
You know everything. You should be on Jeopardy.
By the way, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
I just remember, we had a brilliant idea. We're not gonna figure it all out right now.
Okay.
And it won't really matter until this comes out on audio.
Okay.
But... a Jarrett Goes to the Movie Memorial Pro-Am Fun Run FIFA 2021 tournament.
Oh, that's right.
On Stitch.
You and
Loser
Twitch.
gets a perm.
Twitch.
Loser
You and I are going to play
Yeah.
FIFA against one another.
No, against people who
on
listen to
other
the show.
people who listen to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
giving
It'll be a whole
strangers
big
a perm.
thing.
Right. We do like a tournament or
A tournament, but first one of us that is out of the tournament
yeah.
gets a perm.
You can do two players too. Like we can play on the same team.
Oh, you and me. Well, we would get. I think.
Are
we
you
both
good at
know,
FIFA?
No.
It's better to play with the computer. Like it's you
the
gotta
computer
have.
knows what it's doing.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't
Oh, play
either,
with
yeah.
the computer. I was thinking you meant
Yeah.
like on a...
You know what, man? And it's like I told you this too. Like I don't play that game on a regular basis. I have not played that game in a year and a half or so, maybe 2 years. I mean, like since 2018 came out, I guess.
What's happening here is he's trying to get you to get a perm.
No. That's
Pretty
not
good
it.
at
No,
FIFA.
I am
I
pretty
mean, I
good.
don't know.
But here's the thing. But what I was telling you, and I don't think I'm wrong at this. I think it's like, I think it corrects itself. I think it gives you like a handicap. Like, in other words, if you were to score 2 goals on me, as long as I'm playing fairly smartly, I'm going to score on you. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
Well, I mean, it makes sense in theory.
In other words, like I play this guy from Lacey. His name's Josh over in the UK. And that dude knows all the buttons. Like he's fucking done that practice.
Like even the square.
That motherfucker knows how to do the thing where like you bend your corner kick and
that's
all of
bullshit.
that
If you know how to
shit.
do that, don't sign up
But
for
he's
our tournament.
English. You can't play fucking soccer with an English
But I
guy.
mean, I have beat him, but I am in no way should have, But
we will figure out the details.
we're gonna
but
figure
you
it out.
guys stay tuned for FIFA 2022.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
21.
I think
Whatever it is.
that'd be really fun, and we'll figure out how to set that up. I mean, I think you can just set up a tournament, and then people decide okay, it's our turn to play. We go on there and play. Right.
We'll have Sean set up a bracket.
Hey, if you're interested in playing in the FIFA tournament, email us at jarrettgoesthemovies@gmail.com. Subject FIFA tournament.
If you're
Xbox.
interested in hosting it,
Are we doing Xbox or PlayStation 4?
Yeah, I have an Xbox.
I have an Xbox too. But I can
I think you need a newer one though.
I got an Xbox One.
Oh, you get 2. I was like, that's pretty old.
X what?
Oh,
that's jerk
God
off.
almighty. I think I can learn the PlayStation commands pretty quick because it's pretty close, but Xbox is better for me too. Anyway, that's gonna be fun. Good, and I'm glad you thought about that. All right, guys. Another couple of things. Don't forget, we have brand new merch in our store, and if you are a Patreon supporter, you do get 20% off. You just need that code that's there on Patreon. You can also email us. We'd be happy to send that to you. Our stuff is not on sale for Black Friday. And that is because all of our new designs are print on demand, and it's just impossible for us to mark it down and make any money on it. So go check it out. It's a good way to support the show, and it's super fashionable and all that. The other thing...
We know you're a trendy bunch out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take it from me, fashion icon Jarrett Reddick.
You sons of bitches. Now, I did mention Patreon. Patreon is the way that you can support the show. We get to give away some shit first. Okay. Here we go. So American Beauty secret phrase. Our winner was Adam Lennon. So Adam Lennon, good job, buddy. Sean, spin the wheel for Adam. Let's see what he won. He won a mug, ladies and gentlemen. He has won a mug. Very, very good. All right, our Sex Drive secret phrase winner is Joe Pizer. Everybody, give it up for Joe Pizer. Sean, spin the wheel for
Joe Pizer.
Joe Pizer.
Eye of the Pizer.
He won a koozie, everybody. Give it up for, it is a koozie. Now, what is it we're doing here? Every episode has a secret phrase. All you have to do to be entered to win is send us that secret phrase. You can send it to us on Facebook. You can send it to us on Instagram. You can send it to us at jarrettgoesthemovies@gmail.com. Sometime during this show, Eric sneaks a secret word or phrase in, and that's all you got to do is report back. Another way that you can win is by tuning into our live episode when we're actually doing these episodes. We have switched to Twitch. So go follow us on Twitch and you'll get the alerts when we're going on. You do have to sign up for that too. So you follow us and then you click follow or whatever, and you'll get an alert each time we're live. And we give away a prize every time we're on live as well to people in the chat room. And plus, it's a fun little family that we've gotten here, and super fun to
you sign up
to hang out.
Then they send you an email with a 6-digit code. Then you go to your email, get the 6-digit code, go back to Twitch, put that code in, verify your information.
Yeah.
In 8 easy steps, you're following Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Is that really how you have to do it?
know.
Okay. All right. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it might be. But you only have to do it one time. And there's a lot of... And again, we're going to be using Twitch for a few other things too. And might even be doing a little acoustic thing on there at some point.
What?
Maybe.
You and who?
Me and you, buddy.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, just,
I'm in.
try to get that going. All right, so Patreon is the way that this show is supported, and this is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. Our producers are at the $20 and up level, and they do include Ad Craner, Amy Pitzinger, Andy Smith, Ashley C., Brian Mason, Eileen Kamal. Brian, I made that up myself. You didn't see it in there? I thought I'd throw it in myself. I was just thinking about that the other day. Ali Kamal. Ali Kamal.
Yeah.
Ali Kamal, right? That's good.
Ali Kamal.
Ali Kamal.
Yeah, I was wondering which way it was supposed to go.
Leave the names to us.
Okay, fine. Ashley C.
Nailed it.
Brian Mason, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris Cranfield, Chris Jacobs, Colonel Angus. Colonel Angus. Is that real?
Yeah, that's a real person. Colonel Angus.
Colonel.
Okay, he said it a little bit faster.
Colonel.
Colonel Angus.
Colonel.
Colonel.
I said Colonel Angus. Okay.
Colonel Angus.
Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Murray, Dennis Hopp, Denny Chambers, Derek Smith, Diane Small, Don Petretta, Gage Strickland, Geraldine Darling, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Jared Spear, Jason Aylesworth, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Joseph Richards, Josh Millman, Kate Etro, Katie Gardner, Kim Murphy, Kirsty Fisher. That is Les Zalewski with the drunkest sister-in-law of all time. Lily Holohan, Lisa Wenzel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, Maddie Ice, Michael Price, Mike Breton, Nick Brignoni, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Robert May, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tess Green, Tim Trafton from Maine, Trey Wren, Vinny Cataldo, Wendy Matta, Woody Chambers, and Svi Hurst, everybody. Give it up! This week we were talking about the Birdcage. We actually just decided that we were going to do this last week, and so 1996 this one came out.
I didn't. That's real.
The category is comedy / LGBT.
Oh.
Like, why is that a thing?
Lettuce, bacon, tomato.
All right, 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb. 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is no surprise, just simply because of the star power in the thing.
I'm surprised it's that low.
Yeah, I would think, I don't know. I mean, I remember not liking this movie the first time I saw it, and now it's fine. I
When
mean,
was the first time you saw it?
I saw it when it came out at the
Oh.
theater. Yeah.
It's fine.
And, I don't know. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I thought it was really funny this time. Not my favorite movie of all time.
You thought Son-in-Law was fucking awesome.
Son-in-law was fucking great.
Son-in-law
You
was
think
great.
Birdcage was okay.
I'm going to get into why, and I think it might be a time thing. I think it might be because it's 25 years old, and I think just some of the ways that the son treats them is pretty outdated, and it made me a little uncomfortable. But I'll talk about that as we get into the movie, and maybe you'll see my point.
Can I tell you how short the movie would be if he would have just showed up and said, my fiance's family's coming
Yeah.
over. You guys do exactly what you're going to do?
No, I agree. I think, okay, then let's just get into it. I just don't think that he was being empathetic.
He wasn't.
He was being
he was an
very,
asshole.
He was being very, very selfish.
Yes.
And
I get what you're saying, though, is that
extremely, like, I just,
You couldn't even make that in a movie today because it wouldn't fucking make any sense.
it doesn't,
There are so many things you couldn't do today.
100%.
from this movie.
Yeah, and there is a lot of it. But I just thought every time the Albert character would have its feelings hurt or whatever, the Val character wouldn't even fucking react to it. And like
And that was supposed to be his mother.
that dude
I mean,
raised you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't he be going, listen, I'm really sorry, but he never did that.
Well, you would think, but that's what builds the conflict in the film.
Maybe,
Without
but-
it, you just...
There would be no movie.
It's just slapstick
I know
without
exactly
it.
what you're saying. I know.
I think that you could have, thank you. I think that you could have had, I just think that he could be a little bit more caring and sympathetic to this character. It's just like he had built this wall around him.
They don't make him conflicted. They make him an asshole.
They make
Yes.
him an asshole. He's just like, look, this is just the way it's going to be. And Dad, you change the way in this and you do this and blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, ew,
Because he expects Armand, his biological father,
Yeah.
to address everything with Albert, who is supposed to be his mother,
Yeah.
who raised him.
Exactly.
I never even
And
met
like,
his
if you
mother.
were if you were an adult, like you're 20 years old, address it like an adult. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. He's just an asshole.
I just couldn't, yes. I mean, and
It could have been an inner struggle situation where he's like,
But at
for
least,
maybe for
like-
the first time in his life having to deal with like this weird concern, but it wasn't. He was just
Yeah.
like, I don't really give a fuck about his feelings. I need you to do this for me. I don't
think-
give a fuck about your feelings.
I think the only way to do it and not make him like that is make him more of a character in the thing.
Right.
In other words, like he just basically pops in every once in a while going, well, we've got to change this. I'm going to go back in my room and sleep with a book. It's like if he were you could remake the movie if he were more of a character. And like, as Casey said, there was more of an inner struggle with him that he felt bad about this. It just doesn't seem like he feels bad about any of it.
So this is already a remake of a 50s French film.
Is it?
And
Yeah.
so I wonder if you compare those two, right? Because there would have been 40 years difference
Right.
in the society moving,
Sure.
whichever direction. And then so we sit here now 25 years
Yeah.
after that, and I wonder how you would make that movie today.
Well, first of all, the French are assholes. So
Okay.
this is probably based upon a French guy.
But
Oh,
maybe,
there you solved it. Let's go.
Play Pantera, Sean.
See you next week.
I do know what you're saying. I don't think that that's a detriment to the film. I think that's what sets up the conflict of it.
Yeah.
As opposed to it being a comedy that's slapsticky and about a gay guy trying to act straight.
Yeah.
It has more layers because there's feelings involved in it. It has it seems more significant. because of that.
And maybe again, it could be generational. You would just expect a 20-year-old today to fucking have some feelings about the thing, and this guy was just numb to all of it. Like, and just one lie after again. Like when they changed their last name, I'm like, okay, fuck this guy.
Well, it's because they're Jewish.
I know, yeah, but at that point, I'm just like, fuck you, man.
Don't the conservatives love Israel anyway? Like,
Yeah,
isn't that a big part of it?
Oh my goodness!
And by the way, Jesus was like king of the Jews, right?
That's right. Yeah,
They
and
should love him.
yeah, you're right. And Jewish people love money, so they're Republicans, right?
Right. So I don't
know how
see
it
what
works.
the problem here is.
I don't know how. Is that a
Is the D silent?
on the
Gold?
I think I can help with this
Coleman?
whole
Coleman?
pan
We don't know where
situation.
we don't know where we are until we hear our last name.
$31 million to make. You assume that Robin Williams got the biggest chunk of that. And I'm sure Nathan Lane got paid as well. This is after Lion King. So he, really, has he been in any other big movies?
Yeah, he was in The Producers, wasn't he? With
That's right.
Matthew
Okay,
Broderick?
so The Producers, but that, he was on Broadway with
He's a
that.
Broadway guy.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
Broadway guy. Yeah. And that made,
He was in Stuart Little and Mouse
Bukus.
Hunt.
Yeah, he's
Pretty much
the
anything
cat.
that has to do with a mouse.
he's the cat in, and he's the, what's his name?
He's Timon in The Lion King.
He's Timon. Oh, fuck, his name is so funny in Stuart Little. Oh, Snowbill is his name in Stuart Little. He's
Snowbill?
he's just this white, puffy fucking Persian
cat.
cat. And he's just super, he's this guy, basically.
So he's Nathan Lane.
He's Nathan Lane in the thing. $186 million this thing made at the box office. So
whoop.
successful movie. Now, Eric, had you seen this before?
Yeah,
you had
plenty of times.
So you've seen this before, so we don't have a pre-synopsis. Let's just jump right into what this movie's about.
Over to Eric for his synopsis.
A gay cabaret owner and his drag queen companion agree to put up a false straight front so that their son can introduce them to his fiance's right-wing moralistic parents.
Sure, I like it.
I like that it covers the bases. I don't like how poorly constructed the sentence is. But
yeah.
that's okay. That's
Yeah.
not the point.
So, yeah, okay. So as we get into this thing, we will talk a little bit more about that conflict with, that I have with that character. And yeah, I mean, again, there's so many things just in the conversation that the senator and his wife have at the first breakfast. I'm going to get to the first clip in just a second, but they get into so much shit that we can't really even dive into because it's like, okay, he was with a prostitute.
Oh, he died in bed.
He was, she's underage.
Oh, his bed.
Yeah.
Her bed.
Her bed. And she's underage. Oh, and she's black. Okay. And that's like, that's a fucking thing that's bad. Like you can't do that shit. All of that's terrible. I don't think that you could fucking say that he was even with an underage prostitute now.
Well, and because they were starting like the moral coalition or something.
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah.
I think you can set it up as underage prostitute now. I don't think that you could add the black
to make
true.
it
as a modifier to make it worse.
Sure, exactly. Which me and Casey both just went, again, it's like to me, these just if that's really their beliefs, and then the gay thing and all, it's like these are the worst fucking people in the world. Like you just want to fucking.
I don't disagree with you.
You want to bazooka the fucking place.
Yep.
Wait, why aren't those a thing anymore?
Bazookas?
Yeah.
Because now they fucking do rocket launchers and shit.
I think we might need to bring those back.
Bazookas.
I think you can buy them at like Walmart still
Sweet.
in Texas.
It's also a type of instrument, musical instrument.
Yeah, it is. We had that on trivia. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that before trivia.
No, and we guessed something wrong.
Cello.
We guessed cello.
Don't they keep the bazookas by the fishing poles?
They are right there.
Yeah.
And you just can't buy. You have to have a driver's license to buy the ammo.
What are you talking about?
Bazookas at Walmart.
What do you load a bazooka with?
Oh, yeah, in Texas, for
Saline.
Isn't a bazooka the thing? It's loaded from the back, and then the guy shuts the door, and then they fucking pull the trigger, right?
sure.
Yeah, like a rocket.
They load it from the back,
Our
and then
listeners-
he does it with his finger,
He
right?
just tickles it a little bit until it sneezes.
Our listeners won't get the benefit of seeing your little hand go up into the screen and just one little tiny trigger pull.
Hey, I forgot. I was going to say this earlier. I was going to do a movie review. I don't know how I got sidetracked off of that. I set it up and everything.
how?
Weird.
Anyway, we went and saw Croods 2 today, and it was great. It's better than the first one. So if you have kids, if you're social distancing, the movie theaters I think are doing a really good job. Like
It was great.
Now this one we had the whole theater, but me and Casey have been to 2 movies in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and they don't let anybody sit around you, and it's pretty safe.
If this franchise does not have a character named Ravishing Rick Crude in it, they are missing out
Boy,
on
they really are.
a big opportunity.
That is a good,
I feel like.
good wrestling. Vinny, I don't disagree. Vinny says that the Croods was horrible. I didn't think that the first one was all that great. The second one is fucking awesome. So you will like it. There's my movie review. Sean, let's dive into the Birdcage.
I'm getting married. I didn't want to tell you over the phone. It's a girl. I met her at school. It's this wonderful. Are you upset? But let me tell you why.
First of all, you're only 20.
Look, Pop, I know. I'm young. Is that all right, Dad?
Does it matter?
Yes, of course it does. I want to hear you say it's okay before Albert comes up and starts screaming.
I can't, and I won't. This is too crazy. You do this, you're on your own. You got that sport? You don't come back here. You don't ask me for anything, okay?
Yes.
I don't want anything to do with it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If that's how you feel about it.
I do.
Goodbye, Pop.
Goodbye, son.
That was good Robin Williams right there.
It was good Robin Williams. I totally remember thinking that they were going to fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
touching his face.
The way that is set up for sure. He's talking about how he smells and stuff.
Hands in the wine after he licks the glass or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, good. You're right. Yeah, I totally remember
Sadly,
that too.
they did not.
Now let's back up. Casey loves her
different
some.
movie.
Casey loves her some drag queens. Is this place like heaven? This Birdcage place? Like, would that just be the greatest place to go to dinner? You think ever?
Oh my God. If I could, I mean, I love drag queens and I love what it is now, but if I could have been a part of anything in like the earlier 90s, late 80s drag world, it would have been so awesome.
That would be so fun.
Why was it just a bigger thing back then, or just more of a movement? I mean, it's just because it's a big thing now, right? You and Lisa talk about going to drag queen bingo and shit.
I feel like it's anything. I think fucking social media just ruined all of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, going to the Rose Room with my
was so
gay
fun.
friends and just for the first time, and you walk in there and yes, pre-smartphone, anything, and just I remember not knowing what to expect. Just me and my
I went to
first
the Rose
wife
Room for my 18th birthday.
Yeah.
going in there and check it out and just being like, how cool is this? What a neat
Yeah.
It was
fucking
so
thing.
fun.
I bet it smells awesome in there.
I don't remember it smelling
It
any
smells like,
particular
well,
way.
no, I do. It smells a little bit like old carpet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I would have thought.
It's an older place.
It's an older place. I just would have thought that, like, everybody in there would smell like
And
vanilla
smoke.
or shit. Oh, yeah. You could
you'd
smoke
smoke
back in
in
the
there.
day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
When I went, you could smell. I mean, that was for birthday parties, bachelorette parties before smartphones and all the stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was getting into, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, that I love that kind of shit. I really do.
I miss things.
Oh,
Do
I
they
miss
still
going
have the
places.
Rose Room at the Village Station? I mean, is
It's
that
a
still
S4, yeah, it's still there.
I mean, S4, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a college professor there. He was
In drag?
Yes, he was going through, I think, a transformation. I think he was he was in the process of transitioning. And
You were being very delicate with that, and we
I
do
was
appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know the word. I'm trying so hard.
All right, so we saw that he comes in, he tells him he's going to get married. We're learning now. Okay, what's up? This guy went off to school. He's met this girl.
She's 18.
She's 18. Now it just so happens turns out that her dad is the vice president of the Coalition for Moral Order, and in the 90s, having two gay parents wasn't really a thing. You just didn't.
Oh.
People did, and it existed, but this was something that political people frowned upon, and quite frankly,
Pretended like that didn't exist.
exactly. Just kind of sweep it over there under the rug a little bit. Okay, Sean, let's get into the part where this guy becomes the biggest fucking asshole maybe in movies that we've seen in a year.
Oh.
Dad, Barbara's father is a senator. He's a conservative senator, and he's running for re-election. And she told him... Well, she told him that you were the cultural attaché to Greece and Albert was a housewife.
What?
She had to. He's a founder of the Coalition for Moral Order.
I don't care who he is. I don't want to be somebody else. Do you want me to be someone else?
No, of course not. I mean, neither does she. But he, Dad, he's Kevin Keeley.
Who's Kevin Keeley?
Do you ever read the newspapers?
Of course I do. Variety, The Star, the Arts and Leisure section of the New York Times. Why, is there something I don't know? You're not marrying some Nazi, are you?
No, he's conservative, you know? I mean, like half of America is conservative. And I'm not marrying him, I'm marrying her. I need your help.
Not for this.
Oh, man. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
And just, she told him, to me, again, I realize that we need the movie to happen. But you can't not go, well, then fucking tell him that I'm not the fucking guy from Greece.
It's meant to provoke that.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I don't
feeling
want to
in
meet
you.
him. Lie all you want, but I'm just tell him I'm a dick and I don't want to meet him. Like, I'm not doing that.
I
Go
think,
elope somewhere.
I think we know that now, and we can say that now. I think even if we're talking about the differences between 96 and now, I think even back then, if you're watching that movie for the first time, you go, yeah, what a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that is, again, that it's meant to bring that out of you, to that feelings.
I will say this. I think 20 years ago, you saw this and you might have had a little bit of that. I think you saw this 20 years ago and you're like, totally understand. You got to fucking hide that shit. You know, like you got to fucking keep that under wraps. You can't fucking find out that you guys are this flamboyantly gay couple that owns this nightclub downstairs. Like you guys are in this hidden fucking, you're isolated into this one beach town or whatever. And this is where you guys are. And the rest of the world's out there, you know? And so you should understand that we just need you to blend in for this one night or whatever. Again, that's what pisses me off.
I think we're figuring out though that it probably depends on A, how you were raised,
Sure,
and in what environment that was, and B, how old were you when you saw this? Because it's easy as a mid 40-year-old man to say, yeah, well, fuck them if they don't fucking like it and fuck that. But you know how it was when you were 18,
No, that's yeah,
and you're
yeah.
going to introduce your significant other, or in this case, fiance, to your parents for the first time. You want it to go well, and you are fucking freaking out, and it's just different based on your age. So I mean,
I think that's true. And like when you watch it, like you said, I was in high school when I saw this. I didn't know many gay people, if any. We didn't talk about it in our home. And so watching this, I agree with Jared on that. Like you just you got to keep that under wraps.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to want to put that out there in the open.
I think
but
20 years
now
ago,
watching
I
it makes me angry.
Yes.
No, I was like 2 years older than this guy whenever I was like, hey, Dad, this is my boyfriend. He's your age. Merry Christmas. Like, I don't
Oh yeah, and his dog's in your backyard. Yeah, that actually happened. Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't fucking get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I think that if anything, they're obviously not super supportive of him getting married this young and be like, well, if your 18-year-old fucking girlfriend can't even be honest with her parent, she's not old enough to get married. Fuck off. Like, end of story.
That's just it. So let's just say this, okay? Just for the sake of argument, he's got a dad and a mom, but they're poor. And he wants them to act like they're not poor, okay? Mm-hmm. But the intro to it is, hey, I met this girl. She's 18. I'm 20. We told her parents you're rich, so we need you to act rich. And we told Dad, or we told him that Mom, that you're a brunette, so we need you to go out of town. And then we've got this other lady coming over here. No fucking way that couple does that. No way.
No.
It's just, again, this is where I'm getting people to pretend
The thing is,
this is like
being,
a fucking Brady Bunch episode.
It's like it's like in this scenario, like being gay is like the worst thing they could be. When instead, I'd be like you said, they could be fucking crackheads or
Right.
something else. It's
Right.
like,
Exactly.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're saying that we
Don't
have
be
a
crackheads for a little bit.
like you said, I'm the only person that didn't come from of my friends that doesn't come from a broken home. Okay, so I have two parents that have been together my entire life. They have a successful business,
A very
you know,
successful
like,
business, a happy life.
Yeah, fuck it. Like
Great relationship.
and they
Yeah.
happen to have a bunch of dick statues all over their house. Maybe
Right.
take those down. I would get that maybe if I was 20 years old and wanted to bring my.
Couple of the things I could.
And I'm pretty sure Armand had like a giant erection necklace in the opening scene. And I was like,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
noticed that before. And
When-
it's just
For
bloop.
sure.
When
Tell
he
tell
starts-
Agador to not wear a thong when they're there. Like, end of story.
when he
make 'em wear
starts with
shoes.
tone down the place, okay, let's get the dick statues out. But he's like, no, all this has to go, and it's like, okay. I just kept putting myself in
Wasn't
that
he
dude's
supposed
shoes,
to be in the arts? Leave your fucking artsy shit up. Just
right?
Yeah.
And why couldn't you say, yeah, this is from? And I do agree that the penis
This
statue
is from the Greek dick store.
Exactly.
This is from the
All those
Italian dick
Great
store.
dicks.
Yeah. If you go through Caesar's Palace in
Very
Vegas,
Euro.
there's just dick statues everywhere.
Yeah.
It's from the Greek leapfrog store.
Yeah. This is from my Paris dick store. This is
And
from
I'm not disagreeing with how you're feeling about it, Jarrett.
I know you're not.
I just think, in fact, I 100% agree with it.
Yeah.
I just think, as opposed to it being something that is a detriment to the film,
Sure.
I think it's an important part of the film.
Yeah, I
I think
don't
it's one of the things that pushes along the. I think it's easy to choose a side in this. I think
Yeah.
we all look at it and go, well, yes, obviously.
You feel bad for Nathan Lane the
But
entire
I think what you're saying is that this just the time difference is what makes it feel so fucked up.
That's what I'm saying.
outdated and
is
that's what I'm
that this wouldn't age well. This behavior doesn't age well.
I'm saying it didn't feel the same 20 years ago that it does now. It didn't elicit the same
never
reaction.
does.
It's but I'm serious. It didn't elicit the same reaction of you being as like you understood more about where Val was coming from 20 years ago. Unfortunately, is what I'm saying.
I will say this: it was harder for me to find it funny, because this is a tale of two, kind of themes, right? Is the hiding it because of the conservatives, but then there's the slapstick part of it, which is the trying to get a drag queen to act and pretend to be straight, right? But it was harder to find that part funny, and I did still find it funny. But it's harder to find that funny when you have such a heart for the fact that Nathan Lane even has to try to do this in the first place.
It's different.
And Armand
I'm
has
saying
to act this
I
way.
think it was funnier 20 years ago than it is now. I really do. I think that John Wayne walk and all of it, I think it got a bigger laugh back then. Let me talk about something
Pilgrim.
funny, though. I do want to talk about, we'll get off this subject. We'll be back, because trust me, it drives me nuts through the whole movie. But, it's driving me nuts. So the where he's doing the rehearsal, and he's like, and the guy is just so nonchalant, and he's chewing gum, and it's just fucking driving him crazy or whatever. And so Robin Williams has to run upstairs. He's like, okay, you guys could do this. All right. And he does that super famous scene where he shows the guy what dances to do, and he just is Robin
so
Williams
good.
for about 30 seconds. And you're just like, fuck, there he is.
Yeah.
But then, so he goes upstairs and he's up there talking to his son or whatever. And the guy comes, he goes, we're going to need you to come down here. She's trying to take his gum.
with his mouth.
Yeah. Just
And
so
he keeps on chewing the gum.
Yeah. Just with the gum. I love that whole thing.
That
where-
is unprofessional. I mean, you know that as a professional musician. You can't be
Sure.
up here chewing gum.
Well, Dave Grohl does it, and apparently everything he says is Jesus.
So does Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah. It's funny. Funny movie.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like to still be friends with both of y'all. So you guys
Uh-oh.
not-
Can't say
smack.
anything about Dave Grohl or
No,
Jesus.
No, you just can't make chewing
Well,
sounds.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing it. I was just doing Burt Reynolds, but I wasn't meaning to chew.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, his name's Scooby. Got a little pal named Scrappy. Go around getting adventures.
Ugh, I hate it.
That's Norm
Bramble.
Macdonald doing. That's fucking funny shit. All right. Let's go to the. Okay, so when they do the whole thing, they start taking all the shit out of there or whatever. They're putting stuff up. And he's Robin Williams is trying to keep him out of the house, and he just walks in. We've been robbed. We've been robbed. And then this thing where he just decides, and it kind of, the monster, the freak is leaving. It's just like, okay, this is one of a few times where he walks out. But
this is after he gets punched in the head by that big guy? Because I think
so this is where this happens. So he runs after him this time, and he goes, "Okay, you can be the uncle." But we've got to teach you how to do that. But first of all, there's the scene in the restaurant where they're up there, they sit down, everybody knows him, and he's just like, we'll have the usual. They bring it right out of him, but he's hyperventilating. And then he starts to put the cold rag on his back. He's okay, I feel better. Okay, you can be the uncle. Let's first start with your walk. And that's where the John Wayne thing happens.
that John Wayne scene was so good.
Yeah,
but
so good.
When he walks up and shakes his hand.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
You old so-and-so.
Yeah.
And how about the Dolphins? How did that call make you feel? And he goes, bewildered, flabbergasted.
That's not good.
And then he goes, I was like, was that not a good answer? He just goes, honestly, I don't
know.
But yeah, this is where he goes up to the guy. And he's deciding, Robin Williams is deciding he's going to be masculine.
Macho.
And I guess you've got to start a fight. And I just look at Casey, I go, this guy's going to stand up and be fucking huge.
It
But you
reminded
can tell
me of
his
Billy
head was the
Madison.
size of half his torso.
Yeah, he's sitting down and he's at his collarbone.
Happy Gilmore. Where that
Oh,
guy
yeah.
stands over,
The guy with the nail.
Jaws.
And
Yeah.
I'll be waiting
Yeah.
for you.
That's Jaws from 007.
R.I.P. because he recently died. So
This just in.
stay hard.
Not
guy.
Jaws, did he? That dude did? Or
No, the actual shark who played Jaws did die, but so did the guy from Happy Gilmore that was in.
Oh, really?
James Bond,
I
yeah.
think that fucking nail in his head got infected, and that's what took him out.
Well, 25 years later, that's not a bad run.
Not
Was
a
that
bad
the
run.
final nail in the...
That was the nail in the coffin. Brava. Yeah, I bet sleeping on that side was hard. All right, so yeah, he's well, a couple of other things that happened at the lunch where he's just like, you can't just dot the mustard on the bread. Men smear. You gotta smear that on there. He's like, and get that goddamn pinky down. He goes,
I pierced the toes.
Yeah.
Like, who would say they pierced the toes?
He goes, you got it. You can't worry about it. And he goes, oh,
I could just get more.
I could get more toast.
Like it never occurred to him that you don't have to freak
I feel
out
like
over
that's a
every single
conversation
thing.
with my children. Like, just,
Absolutely.
okay, think about this situation. You can get another piece.
Yeah, there's a subreddit out there, I think, like why my toddler is crying
Yes.
today or what, and it's because I gave him toast for breakfast
When
after he asked for toast.
Yeah, it's like because I threw away the CVS receight. It's like random shit
Yeah.
like that.
And
Yeah.
just
Right.
meltdown city.
So he, I know I'm stuck on this John Wayne walk, but I forgot that he said this. He goes, how was that? He goes, oh, was it not good? He goes, it was perfect. I just didn't realize until now that he walked like that.
That was the best line.
How is he?
He's fine. He wants to get married.
Married? How old is he?
20.
20. Mm-hmm. My God, 20 years.
And today, for the first time, he really needs you.
Imelda, cancel my appointments for tonight.
I normally drink vegetable juice during business hours, but for this, let's drink to Senator Keeley's daughter and our vow. I'm afraid I haven't done much for him in the last 20 years.
But really.
There's Casey.
I'm not exactly maternal.
I thought
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's so good.
Casey's popping another bottle.
No, I was gonna. Oh, this. Eric, did this make you horny? Okay, I found that scene where she does. I don't know why the champagne bottle right there. I was just like that kind of turned me on a smidge. So I thought this would be a good place for you, Eric, to tell us whether at any point during the Birdcage did this movie make you horny.
I didn't get horny in this sitting, in this watching, but man, I found Callista Flockhart strangely fucking hot
Really?
for the first time ever.
You've never thought she was hot before?
No.
You like during the Ally McBeal days? I mean, I never watched that show, but I know
Today's woman, who I like to call the Ally McBeal woman.
Yeah.
No, I didn't find her attractive in that, but there was something. There was a little smirk she
Because she
gave.
was supposed to be 17, 18.
Maybe, and like this
right.
like uptight,
Even though she was
like conservative
30.
It
bitch.
feels like this is going back to the American Beauty thing.
No, it's going the opposite way of
I
that.
kind of think I get that she's just kind of like one of those. She's just normal, you know. Like her hair's too thin and sort of always kind of fucked up, you know. And
Just everything's thin.
you
We
know,
don't know anybody like that, do we?
What do you mean? My hair's not thin.
Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Yeah, I don't know. She probably doesn't enter my head. Like if I think about like actresses that are super hot.
No,
No.
that's and that's all I'm saying. And the answer is no. It didn't
did
make
not
me
make you
horny.
horny.
But as
No.
a side, just an asterisk, a footnote in the whole grand scheme of this
You took
review.
notice.
Right.
For the first time ever, looked at Callista Flockhart and thought, yeah, I'd probably
I'd do her.
bone that.
Ted on the chat room says he found Hank Azaria attractive, and I get that.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
He's got good nipples. Did you guys notice
Yeah,
that?
he was ripped. and
Yeah, just
They're
like,
not too big, not too small.
not too big, not too small.
Okay.
They were just kind of like just good ones.
I have little tiny, like little boy.
You got the
nipples.
chocolate
They're
chip
like,
nipples?
Oh
Do
my
you
God,
really?
They're only this big.
Whip,
I have
whip
to
them out.
say-
Show the live stream.
That's better than the pepperoni nipples.
Marco has
That's a normal looking nipple.
Marco has little bitty nipples, but then the nipple part sticks out way far like an eraser, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have that, but
Speaking of Marco, need to send good
Polo.
vibes to Marco. Actually, he got COVID.
What?
Oh,
And
really?
he has just found out that his mom, dad, wife, and kids all tested positive as well.
What the fuck? When did? Okay.
Yeah, all of this I just found out. So
oh
sending
my
good
gosh.
vibes to Marco. If you guys are friends with him on the internet, send some love his way. So let's get back to talking about fucking dick jokes and shit. All right, so she's like, "You've got so much chest hair," you know, and just like rubbing
and
his.
he always did. He was always
He was a
woolly
He like that dude has hairy hand or
That
had,
is the hairiest man
knuckles.
ever.
yeah.
for sure.
I want to see his feet.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't.
Whose feet?
Robin
Oh,
Williams.
I bet they look like Hobbit.
Yeah,
feet.
probably Hobbit feet.
I mean,
for
his
sure.
hand-
You
Hands
never
for
know.
sure.
My brother has the hairiest legs in the world, but he's like a fucking like ape or something. It's like it just stops at his feet.
Is that what happens with apes?
Isn't that right?
They don't have hair on their feet.
I don't know about
They
that.
don't.
Yeah.
Maybe on the.
Really?
I think they might on the top a little bit. But
Well,
Well, yeah, I
nobody
wasn't
has it
talking
on
about
the
the-
bottom.
Thank you.
if you get hair on the bottom of your feet, I wonder if that's a thing.
I think that's a disease.
It'd be easy to slide across a wooden floor.
That sounds fun.
Risky business.
Yeah,
style.
dun 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 dun. But you don't need the socks.
Yeah, but the socks are kind of like an iconic part of that.
It's
thing.
part
No,
of
you
the
don't need
outfit.
socks ever.
Yeah.
If you have hair on the bottom.
Oh
of
yeah,
your
that's
feet.
true. Actually, yeah, you just fucking you'd probably get still sweaty and
Would you comb it?
Right. That's
you'd have to get
It's not about.
you'd have to get the fucking the knots
You
out of
want
there.
socks still
Yeah, because your
because
feet
of
get
the
sweaty.
moisture. You want
Yeah.
moisture wicking.
Yeah.
away
Well, then
from
put
your.
a deodorant on there.
Robin Williams' feet look normal.
Do y'all have do you girls? Does anybody have a pair of shoes that you wear with no
Celebrityfeet.org.
socks?
Yeah.
You do? Are they super stinky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I have shoes I wear without socks?
Yeah.
Yes.
You notice he didn't
And they
ask me that
smell
question.
Like,
No,
he
I
knows
said
the
you.
answer.
I said,
Oh, yeah, we both have
I
stinky
said
feet.
you girls, but yeah, yeah. I used to have a pair of them Tom shoes, and my feet do not
Oh.
stink. Like when my feet smell at all, Casey will just be like, "What the fuck is going on? Your feet stink." It never
Sometimes
happens.
he just gets like one armpit too. It's real weird.
Yeah, that's true. But man, I had a pair of them Toms.
No.
Oh my God, they stunk.
Those
so
are
bad.
meant to stink.
They're meant to stink.
Like they want you to throw them out in 3 months so you buy more
Yeah.
and then give more.
right?
Yeah, I even used to wear. I used to wear like the knockoff ones, and they were
Yes.
even cheaper.
Ew.
how could they be any cheap? Because those Toms are made of
Dude, I used to buy the
40
ones.
cents of worth of canvas, and that's it.
Yeah.
No, I used to buy the like. This is totally true. I used to buy the ones from Five Below that were fucking $5, and I just had
no.
like 5 pairs of those things. and I just
Actually,
wear
that's
them.
probably the best way to go.
Are those comfortable? I've never worn
No.
a pair of Toms.
Not on your feet all day for work.
So they look
No.
stupid and they're not comfortable, but it
They're
makes you feel
comfortable
like
if you just want to hang out, but if not, if you're going to be
They're
on your
comfortable if you
feet
wanna
all
sit
day, there's no
down.
support. but it feels like just wearing socks on your feet.
But wearing
I
socks
also
is
don't
comfortable.
I don't like shoes. I don't wear shoes, so don't ask me about it.
Yeah.
Which is where
Fuck
I
you,
come
Amy.
into play in this movie because I quote Agador quite a bit.
Spartacus Agador.
Agador Spartacus. Shoes.
Yeah. Now, so this is where Val becomes an even bigger asshole. They've raced home from the meeting with the actual mom. Robin Williams' character beats him home by taking the bus because he's saying that Nathan Lane is driving 20 down the fucking 101 or whatever, right? And gets him, and so he comes in. Now this scene is fucking great. He goes, "Go get my toothbrush. It's in the usual spot." For some reason, it's in like a little purse.
Yeah.
You know, and he throws it over his shoulder, and he's going to check into the cemetery, right? Because that's all he needs. He's packing light. Hilarious. But the fucking Val character watches this man who raised him walk out the door with a toothbrush, go into the cemetery, and just says, "That's fine. It'll be better without the uncle anyway."
Ugh.
So
It hits you hard.
I hate it because, again, he just, even if you wanted to impress this girl and her family, you would still fucking not want to hurt your mom's feelings.
But
Yeah, that's
it
awful.
does crazy things to people.
Love,
stressful, familial relationships.
yeah.
When you're already a young college douche, you know, it all comes together. It's a perfect storm of being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And it's meant to do that. I want to.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough.
I can't just keep fucking calling the dude, you know, every clip just saying that he's a big asshole. He just is.
He doesn't even really make a turn at the end, except for
Right.
throws his old arm around and goes, "This is my mom," and that's all we ever see of that.
Here's how terrible of a person emotionally he is. So at the end, she's leaving with her parents and goes, "It would have been awesome to have you guys as a family." And she's leaving. That's it. It's over, right?
Yeah.
But there's a camera at the door, so they get back in there. Now all of a sudden we're back together. This guy should have been, "Fuck you if you're going to leave me that easy." But no. So this guy just doesn't fucking have any emotions or something.
It's almost like 20-year-olds aren't specifically known for their decision-making skills at all.
And rationale.
Yeah, using logic to figure things out. Huh. What a weird thing.
That is
because I know when
fucking-
I was 20,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
it all made sense. Just
Everything
ask me.
just made sense, didn't it?
Of all of life's answers.
All right. Well,
Then they changed the
I'm going to
questions.
give you that. That's fine. Okay, so let's see where else we are at the movie. You know, the
Oh, I like that part when he's going to the cemetery and he goes, "Well, we have a crucifix here, which you could take since it's a sign of martyrs."
yeah. Oh, I loved that one. That was fucking great.
A little quip.
Yeah. When he would deal with him in that way, but he would quickly turn to, "Okay, I've got to go. Like, I got to go coddle this fucking guy."
Well, sure, we've all done that, right?
Sure. Yeah, you get your little...
Yeah, pack your shit. Except don't wait.
go-
What are you
wait a
doing
minute,
with all
no.
your shit?
Yeah,
No, wait.
Put all your shit back.
Don't do that. So this is where... Oh, yeah. While you're on your way to the door, our last name's also Coleman, you know?
Oh,
So,
right.
Is it Coldman? Well, the D is silent. Coleman.
Yeah.
Goldman. And then they went and got the old books that came with the crucifix or whatever. Oh, they threw in those old books too. It's the Nancy Drew collection.
Yeah. But he didn't want him to go over there and he didn't want the mom to go, like when she approaches it, you know how he immediately is like, "We should sit down."
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if it was like those fake books that all just go
like in a whole
to get-
line.
yeah, they're just wooden or like hollow on the inside or something.
Right.
I couldn't figure out why those books were the thing that made him kind of perk up and
Sit
go,
down.
we need to
Yeah.
all
He
sit
just
down.
yells, "Sit down. Sit down."
You know, but it's obvious that the ruse, like a film set, you know, that there's no books in there.
That's true.
Yeah.
just all fake shit.
He and then so they start they're just like, "Is somebody else home?" It's just our dog Piranha. Yeah, we
her
lock
up.
him in there, put her up whenever there's people here, and then so this is super subtle, but you guys had to have noticed when they pop the bottle of champagne, Robin Williams goes, ah! Like a fucking, just like you would expect that from
like Nathan Lane's character, because he just screams all the time.
and just sitting there trying to be all masculine and shit. Super funny.
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. I need to figure out that guy's name. I got to remember what our announcer dude's name is, or should we just name him?
No, I think I have his email.
Oh, yeah. Let's call him Sparky.
Okay, Sparky it is. That's great. And then it's easy for me to remember because it's Chevy Chase's nickname on vacation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hi, welcome to 5 questions, everybody. I had pepperoni pizza at the movies just a minute ago, and the burps are doing that thing where it burns my throat. Ooh. So I'm super glad I get to talk for the next 3 hours. I'm very stoked about that. Welcome to 5 questions. Joining us this week, ladies and gentlemen, one of our champions, Jason Aylesworth, is here. Also one of the queens of the podcast, and also just now becoming a 5-win plaque champion. And tonight we'll walk away with her 10 attempt participation plaque. Ashley C is here, everybody. And for the first time ever on the podcast, not on the podcast, he's been on the podcast. You know him as the guy who calls in as Peter Griffin. But for the first time ever on 5 questions, everybody, Dom Petretta is here, everybody. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Awesome. Well, it's good to have you guys here. We're going to be talking about the movie Birdcage. Now, was everybody able to watch the movie?
Yes.
All right. Now, I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say at least 2 of you have seen this before. I'm seeing Jason nodding his head. Ashley, you've obviously seen this, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorites.
And Dom, you've never seen this before, right?
I have not.
I totally pulled all of that out of my ass, and I was dead on. Fucking right with that thing. Well, now, Dom, did you watch it for this?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I watched it a couple hours ago.
Okay, well, you're going to be glad you did that. That way, maybe you know the answers to some of the questions, and it should be a lot of fun. Let's talk about the movie Birdcage. In the movie Birdcage, what is the name of Nathan Lane? Is it Nathan Lane?
Mm-hmm.
What is his stage name? All right, Dom. What do you got?
It's like Starlita, something like that. I'm gonna go with Starita.
Okay. And Ashley, what'd you say?
The incomparable Starina.
All right. And Jason Aylesworth?
Yeah, I had Starina.
That is Starina is correct. Dom, you were right there.
I'm so close.
You were right there. All right, guys. Very good. So it's 2 of you got 1, and Dom with 0. That's okay. It's your first time to play. Sometimes it takes a little bit to shake the dust off. Here we go. Question number 2 will, of course, be about the movie The Birdcage. In the movie The Birdcage, what is it that what is his name? The senator. What is it that the senator eats at times of stress? All right, I can tell 2 of you have them down. Dom Petretta, what you got?
Candy.
All right, Jason.
Candy.
And Ashley.
Hard candy.
That's right. He specifically asked for candy. Absolutely correct. So Ashley with 2, Jason with 2, and Dom with 1 going into question number 3. You guys are doing great. This is super, super fun. All right. This movie, I think, is stolen by Hank Azaria. And Hank Azaria, of course, known for many, many things. Gargamel, the Smurfs movie. He was on a show that I really liked in the 90s called Herman's Head. But he also is on The Simpsons. Name 3 characters that he voices on The Simpsons. Okay, Dom Petretta, what you got?
I know one of them is Apu, the Quickie Mart guy, and I think the other one is Mo. the bartender.
Okay.
Mo Sizlak.
Those are both correct. All right. Ashley C.
I have never seen the
Now that surprises me, actually. I mean,
I know.
Yeah, that really surprised me. Okay, Jason.
Well, I'm not quite as bad, but the last time I watched The Simpsons, I think I was in middle school.
Yep.
So I got a big 0.
A big 0. Don Petretta
man.
right there, ladies and gentlemen, making it a game. Ashley C, Jason, and Dom all have 2 going into question number 4. Very, very good. You never know what the questions are going to be here on. When this all started, the questions were never even about the movie. I started making them about the movie one time, and then I just never stopped doing it. So there you go.
I remember that.
All right. Here we go. Question number 4 is going to be about the movie. What was it? Oh, this is going to be about the movie Birdcage. All right. In the movie Birdcage, when Albert catches Robin Williams with Val's mom, he decides he's going to leave. He's moving to the cemetery, and he is taking one item with him. What item is he taking to the cemetery? Okay, Don Petretta. What did he take with him when he's moving to the cemetery?
He is taking a toothbrush.
All right. Jason, what did you say?
Yeah, I didn't have it. I didn't get to. I've seen this movie probably 5 or 6 times, but I didn't get to finish it. And
Oh, no. Okay, Ashley is frozen up at current. I will give her a chance to give us her answer, but I don't want her to miss the next question. We'll give her just a few seconds to see if she can figure it out.
Things when I talk shit about how it wasn't me having technical.
All right. We waited for you.
There she is.
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush is correct. So 2 of you guys got that correct. Now, this is crazy. Ashley and Dom both have 3, and Jason, who normally sweeps, only with 2, and this is going into question number 5. Now, remember, here's the thing. He could be playing you guys because you know that this isn't over until it's over. So this may be just a strategy thing. You just never know. 2 Barn Coffee. Oh, wow. You must be a coffee person. This is Dunkin' Donuts because I heard it was really good. And so, but Sean hates it.
That's Rich Osborne.
Hey, what's up, Rich? Okay, guys, here it is. This is the last one for me. Question number 5, of course, be about the movie Birdcage. And
he's a coffee roaster.
Good luck to all of you. All right, guys. In the movie Birdcage, what kind of soup is served for dinner? Okay, Dom, what did you say?
It's like seafood soup with a huevo in it.
Okay. Jason, what did you say?
Yeah, I'm like falling on my face. I got nothing again.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, Ashley?
I said huevo soup because I can't actually remember.
You're all incorrect, actually. He does call it a seafood, but then he said, why did you say that? I believe it's peasant soup.
It is. You're right.
Yeah, I think it's peasant soup. Even if that's not right, y'all didn't get it right. So you all missed that one. I just know that it did fucking not, Kurt. Are you fucking serious? They're saying the Steelers game got moved to Wednesday afternoon.
Why?
I don't know. I got to look this up in a minute. Okay, Ashley C. and Dom both with 3. Jason with 2. Question number 5 is done. That means that we're actually going to let Amy do this.
Oh,
we are. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
Okay, so
do I go into Eric's?
Yeah, it's in OneNote.
Okay. So it's time for Amy's off on a tangent again.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. We Are Family, the signature song in the Birdcage, hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1979. Although written by Nile Rodgers from the band Chic, was Philadelphia, Pennsylvania-based... I'm sorry. I messed it up. What am I reading wrong?
Words.
It's her first time.
No, it just doesn't flow well. What vocal group took the song to the charts?
Okay, so
I
go
think
ahead.
there's a what missing.
Let's repeat that question one more time.
Okay, We Are Family, the signature song in the Birdcage, hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1979. Although written by Nile Rodgers from the band Chic, what Philadelphia, Pennsylvania-based vocal group took the song to the charts?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to think about it. It's not the easiest of questions.
That's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. Okay, Dom, what you got?
I'm going to go ahead and guess The Emotions.
Okay, Jason Aylesworth.
Now, Eric and these damn music questions. I have nothing again.
All right, Ashley C.
I said Sister Sledge.
And Amy?
It is Sister Sledge.
Sister Sledge is correct. All right, guys. You guys should have been watching the chat. That answer came right up for you guys, and they were just trying to help, and then they got yelled at by Sean. It is 4. Ashley. Don has 3, and Jason has 2. Now, Dom, I know you're new to this, but you're not new to the podcast. That does mean that you are out of the game, sir. So you can sit back and relax and just know that you are not a loser. Jason, you will be asked Sean's super hard question, and if you get it right, you win. If you don't, you're not a loser, but you didn't win, did you? Ashley, all you can do is sit there and hope that Jason continues on his path to answering jack shit tonight. Here we go.
It's time for Sean's questions, the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
All right, Jason, 3 categories. Kansas, Miami, or fries, dip, and toast.
Let's go with Miami.
Miami. Hank Azaria was filming 2 movies at once during 1995, The Birdcage and what iconic American crime drama?
Yeah, I don't got it.
He does not have it. Dom, it means absolutely nothing, but if you do have it, would you like to answer it?
Yeah, it's Heat.
It is Heat. I'm sorry, Jason, but our winner tonight, Ashley C. It is a big night for Ashley, actually, because on our last episode, she got a winner's plaque. Tonight, she gets her second plaque, which is a participation plaque, which comes after being on 10 times. Dom, you are 1 towards that and 0 towards your winning. But you know what? Some of these things take time. We appreciate you guys. Come hang out on the chat. And but you guys know, seriously, we could not do this without your support. It means the world to us. Thanks for being on. 5 questions. We'll see you guys soon, okay?
Thanks, guys. Love
Bye,
you.
y'all. Love you,
Bye,
too.
guys.
All right, so back to take 1. Let's go ahead and try this, Eric.
All right.
Now, jump in on the verses if I start to fuck it up too bad, but I think I'll be fine.
Okay, let me scoot up here. All right.
Okay, we're going to be fine. Let's go.
Sisters and me, we are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters and me. Should I be up an octave?
Whatever you want to do.
We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see we're together as you walk on by, right? And we fly like birds of a feather. I will tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? It's a weird thing on the high thing. I'll just take this tape for the record. We're giving love in a family dose. Yeah, we are family. I got all my sisters and Steve. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got
And surprisingly, that is not the worst one of those we've ever done.
No, it wasn't too bad. I mean, we probably should have talked about the key.
I told you when we decided to do it, I said, yeah, it's fine with me because the chords are pretty easy. I was like, but the vocal has this weird, it's a weird melody. The
it's in a weird spot.
Yeah,
it's not high, but it's not, it's in a weird spot.
It's right in that breaking point.
Yeah.
They made they made a movie about it.
They did. Now, one of the things is that you guys might have noticed that I sang Pepsi Free because that was the Pepsi Free commercial.
Yeah, it was.
Came out. So if you're unfamiliar with Pepsi Free, it was a Pepsi product free of caffeine and sugar.
And they made a nice joke about it in Back to the Future.
In Back to the Future, that's right. If you want a Pepsi, you're going to have to pay for it.
Well, I'll just take a tab.
Yeah, well, I can't give you a tab unless you order something.
Just give me something without caffeine.
No sugar in it.
Oh, no sugar.
Yeah, and he gives him a cup of coffee.
Got it.
No, that was fun. I'm glad we did that. Yeah. Okay, so back to the movie. Here's Jonathan.
No, there's something else. It's something about the father and the butler. I can't put my finger on it.
It's nothing.
What do you mean?
It's nothing.
It is
Dad,
something.
it is nothing. You always think the worst.
I don't always think the worst.
You always think the worst. Val's mother is just a
Listen
little
to me,
late.
young lady.
Val's mother is just a little late.
You watch yourself, young lady.
They come.
Excuse me. Well, let's give her half an hour, and then if she isn't...
Here I am! Oh, please forgive me for being so late, but the traffic was unbelievable. Senator Keeley, Mrs. Keeley, I'm so happy to meet you at last. And, oh, you must be Barbara. What a pretty child. Come here and give me a hug. Oh, don't be afraid. Oh, how adorable she's shy.
The big reveal, the big intro.
This is a nice surprise. You guys ever seen the movie Tootsie?
No, but I'm familiar with it. It's Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman,
drag.
and he is a struggling actor.
And he wants to live in an apartment, but it's females only, so he gets a roommate, and they both dress up, and his roommate is Tom Hanks.
That is Bosom Buddies, a sitcom from the 80s. But
Shit.
in this one, no, he's a
You know what, though? You could have sold me on that, and I would have gone all
I
the
should have
way
just went with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Anyway, so another one where a guy dresses up as a girl.
Just a quick aside.
Yeah.
If you don't mind revisiting take one for 15 seconds.
No, let's do it.
I looked up the next week's movie soundtrack just for shits.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You and me are duetting.
Yeah.
On Baby It's Cold Outside next week.
Oh.
So you motherfuckers look forward to that.
All right.
It is going to be rad. I'm just making an executive
and
decision. There's a bunch of songs on
I'm
it.
assuming you're going to be the rapey one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like this could go for a coin flip.
Get your
walk
ass
hard
back.
voice?
Yeah, get your ass back in here.
I don't have to sound like a girl if you guys don't want to. I can
Baby,
just...
it's cold out there.
I don't know. You could also go for like the old man with the dog in Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so why don't you get those creamy thighs over here?
Oh, you're a good paper boy.
You really must stay.
Please do it because we need more
That's
shares.
one of my favorite things to do. That was my girl voice for Julie Cox.
Okay, this is going to be good.
Not a big hit. So
oh, this is
it was only one person it wasn't a big hit for.
I'll just act.
I was not the only one.
I'll sing
The only
in
one in
my
here.
just regular voice.
No. Oh, just two dudes singing
Yeah,
about
we'll be two dudes. We should have done that
You
on
are
this
two
movie.
dudes.
Because, bro, it's cold outside.
You throw it up. Oh, no.
Bro, it's cold outside. All right. Next
Sucking
week.
multiple cocks.
Yes.
Because it's cold.
Yeah, because it's terrifying and cold. Terrifying. I don't know what's happening. right now.
Terrifying.
Yeah. I love the Sorry about that. The senator's crush on Albert is the fucking best. I mean, he just is instantly. He just even in this scene that we just watched,
He is taken in.
he stands up and he is just like
Enamored.
by her. It's just awesome. Yeah, I know. And but and he's even just like, I can tell you are our kind of people because he
It's just everything he says is so over the top, obviously incorrect, but
Oh, but I don't.
Very good.
Oh, I don't know if I'm skipping ahead here, but there is a conversation about pro-life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, he gets
all of it.
He brings up gays in the military first.
Oh my God.
Which, again, is crazy because that's not a debate anymore.
Right. That's what you would bring up at your first dinner with like your future in-laws.
I feel like this conservative guy, though, no problem about it. He's just going to go in.
But he full on says homosexuality is ruining this country.
Ruining the country.
I mean, imagine. Okay, so now we've talked our way into them hiding who they are. Imagine sitting there through that, and going, you're going, man. Even if you can keep your cool through the conversation, your son is still marrying into this fucking family.
So you're stuck with them.
Yeah, this won't be the last time you have to deal with this. And
that's what I
eventually
said.
They're going to find out.
Yeah, exactly.
And be more pissed that you tried to put this whole ruse on the whole time.
I like instead of the awkward, but he just fucking just mocks him back, like, oh, I totally agree. You're right. They shouldn't. I know that they kill these people, but they should kill the mom, right?
That was my thought.
The fetus is going to die anyway. Why shouldn't they go down with the ship?
Yeah, it was my favorite.
That was what I wrote down. It's just you're going to kill the fetus, so just why don't take it down with the ship and kill the mother too?
It's very wrong to kill the doctors. Let's kill the mothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
And then she's like, Jackson was obviously framed, and I would like an autopsy.
And they're like, really?
That's what Rush Limbaugh said.
Yeah, exactly.
That piece of shit.
Yeah, now the Inquirer is in heaven. They've caught wind of all this. They're getting the notes and shit. I mean, he's just... Oh, no, he says that. He goes, we're in Inquirer heaven right now.
One of those guys is an Oscar Academy Award winner. Not the big guy, but the
camera guy?
Middle Eastern guy. Academy Award winner for co-writing Argo.
Wow.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw that this movie has 4 Academy Award winners, and it's with Gene Hackman and Robin Williams. Mm-hmm. And then that guy, and then some other guy I had
Way
never...
to go, guy.
The hairdresser for Little Women in 2014 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, craziness, right?
That is crazy.
He's just playing a dopey... very minor character.
Well, I think he's been in a bunch of stuff. I mean, right? As an actor. I mean, I feel like I recognize him.
I don't know. That was the extent of my knowledge of John Bonamasso or whatever his
How
name
much
is.
other knowledge do you have, Eric?
Not much.
Dueling trivia.
You walked right into
All right. Yes, you did. The triangle has rung.
The updated score, Amy, if you don't recall,
I don't.
You are in the lead by 1 point. 1 week's worth of questions. You have gotten more correct than I have. 5.5 to 4.5. So I do believe it is your turn to ask me the question first this week.
Okay, I'm ready. In the beginning of the movie, Senator Jackson dies in a prostitute's bed. What were his last words?
I know what it
Your
is.
money is on the dresser.
Wait.
Your money is on the dresser.
One more word.
One more word.
Chocolate.
You almost got a 0.5.
Thank you for the coaching.
So good.
I appreciate it. Well, actually, in a similar vein, we see Senator Keeley watching The Tonight Show with Jay Leno on TV, and he says, there's been a lot of jokes about so-and-so. And here's another one. But he doesn't tell the joke. It's just a commercial. And Jay informs viewers that there will be 2 guests on the show that night.
Oh, no. I almost wrote this down, and I didn't.
Can you name those 2 guests?
I don't think I can. Hang on, let me think.
I'm not going to tell her.
No.
Can you name one of them for half a point?
Oh, geez. I'm trying to think of the time frame. I don't think I'm going to get there.
All right. I will give you the first half. If you want a hint for half a point, I will tell you that he says, my guests tonight are Yasser Arafat.
That's the one I knew.
And...
Shit. I'm not going to guess it. No, go ahead.
It was Kate Moss.
Kate Moss. No,
Yasser
I would have
Arafat,
never
Kate Moss.
guessed.
All right, well, then we are all tied up. 5.5
tied up, you guys.
to
That's how it works.
5.5. Excellent job.
That was a good question.
Good job, guys. Fantastic.
It was one of the only 2 notes that I took for the film.
What was the other one?
The other one was maybe the geo tracker. Let's see.
Okay.
The other note was for my 5 question.
Oh,
earlier.
got it.
So that was it.
The
You know who takes the notes in this family.
So when they sit down at dinner or whatever, and the lady notices the china, she's like, "Go get it looks like 2 Greek boys doing leapfrog."
Oh yeah, leapfrog.
And it's like, oh, I got a girl. You don't have a girl in yours?
There's oh look, you have a girl, and he just goes, "I don't know when's the last time you've seen a girl, but yeah, that's
is not."
Yeah. Can you go get my glasses? They're not in there. Mine are in the car.
Couldn't find them.
Yeah.
And then he come and throw the soup in there real quick.
Yeah.
Is that an egg?
And he's going, you didn't even take a look at the plates or whatever, like before you stick them out there. You know, you just got like these dicks on these plates. Yeah. So
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas now.
Yeah, dick plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Some
funny.
fine china.
Yeah.
Leapfrog
With
china.
men
I like
leapfrogging.
it. I like that.
2 guys working out.
Now, one thing that I did like about this is they don't drag this out much. Like, I think that they could have beaten this into the ground, but we're pretty much, you've got a pre-dinner conversation, and you've had this, so you've essentially had all of the conflict already.
Do you remember when we watched The Jerk and we said we thought the part where he was really rich and doing all that rich stuff, we thought that was a much bigger
Longer
part of the movie?
Yeah.
That's what I felt about this.
Yeah.
Kelsey, I didn't start this till like 10 o'clock last night. And she goes, great, another 2-hour movie. And I went, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
I just thought she was just saying movies are 2 hours, whatever.
Right.
But God damn it, if it's not an hour and 54 minutes
Yeah,
long.
there's a lot of
and I
build-up.
thought an hour of it was this dinner party scene.
Me too.
And
Yeah.
it's 20 minutes.
It's the build up.
Tops.
It's the build up to the dinner party. Is like they've put all of the conflict in the build up and just character development and whatnot.
Build up could have been 20 minutes shorter.
Which is
Could
I
have
think
100%
it would have been okay.
It's interesting because you go through that build up and I'm like, man, I thought this was a funnier movie. And then all of the funny is right here.
Yeah.
Stacked.
Yeah. You sort of get that. You get the funny in the, it's subtle in other places. I mean, I found it funny when, he's climbing down the ladder and all of the press people are there, waiting on him and shit. And then him fucking eating candy all the time, I thought was funny.
There's some quick hitters throughout it, but this is it's not slapstick because it's not falling down.
Oh, but it is.
Well, there's a few falling downs, but this is the meat of the humor of this.
For sure. And then, but they all,
so to say,
she wants, they all end up going to the bathroom together, which like you do. And then the mom shows up and, the conversation though, between him and his wife first is, he goes, man, that Miss Coleman, they just really don't make women like that anymore.
Well, and he's defending her. She's just a small town girl.
Yeah. Did you keep thinking that he was going to go living in a lonely world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was from Carl's Corner or wherever.
Yeah, and talking about how he just doesn't. He's a snob.
Her. Yeah.
He's a snob.
Probably has mistresses
doing
everywhere.
things his European ways.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Totally. Yeah, I mean, he's just, like we said, so enamored by the Mrs. Coleman character. And, I mean...
Dances with her during... I could have danced all night.
It just...
Wouldn't you see the 5 o'clock shadow?
Because he already had to electric razor, which, by the way, you ever use one of those things?
I got one of those for graduation.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I had a brawn.
Not
Does
my
it even
favorite
get
thing.
that close?
It does okay, but it can fucking hurt.
For my 18-year-old acne scarred face was not the item
Not the
to
tool.
have. It would tear my shit up. Maybe I was using it wrong.
No, that fucking thing hurt me, man. I didn't like it. And then but I used an electric shaver for the first couple of years until
Dad had the 3 coil, the 3 coil.
the Norelco.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He would put on the Brill cream or whatever it was.
Isn't it weird that our kids are just gonna start growing beards? That's fucking weird.
No, I don't like it.
And pubis.
Excuse me?
I won't ever know that, really.
You won't know if your kids have pubes?
I don't think a lot.
No,
I don't think I'm really gonna
probably
get.
not.
I don't think I'm gonna know immediately.
We're just going to assume at some point.
Yeah, I don't think we see that. Yeah,
No.
I definitely, yeah, I mean.
You look a little shocked right now. Are we supposed to do an inspection that we don't know about?
You see them naked up until a certain point, and then you just don't anymore. You know?
I know, but I just feel like you're bound to see.
No, I mean, I'm serious. The two older kids never.
Well, okay, me and Kelsey, at least once a week, hang out with Kelsey's sister who lives 2 doors down from us, and we love it when Kaylee comes over. And I don't know how it came up the other day, but they were surprised that I had seen my dad's penis before. And I didn't feel like, I mean, I lived with him for 20 plus years. I saw his penis once or twice.
I think it depends on the family. Like
and it's not like we were nudists or anything. Dad didn't just walk around with his dong out. So just they couldn't believe.
Jared's more of a naked person than I am.
My mom was naked all the time.
My mom was naked all the time.
I mean, literally, in high school, my mom would just walk around the house naked, like all the time. And it, I mean, I get it. It's kind of weird. My dad didn't, but we would go to the Y. And he would fucking just take it all off and hit the showers or whatever.
So you have seen your dad's penis?
100%.
Right. But they made it sound like it was just the craziest thing.
It's not that crazy.
Well, they're girls.
And you know what? I mean...
I think it's
totally different.
But gender
I don't
also.
want them to see my dad's penis.
My boys come in the bathroom.
I want to see your dad's penis.
My boys come in the bathroom if I'm in there.
Big
I mean,
weenie.
to be honest, I mean, Emma kind of came in there. You said,
"Oh yeah,
more
there
late
was
that she Emma would still walk in the bathroom on me.
There was an age. I would say she was probably, I don't know,
probably 11.
I was gonna say maybe 11, and she just barged into the bedroom, and I guess that had already been established in her head, but she just walked in. And apparently it just was just like, I'm fucking scarred for life. And we're like, oh, see, okay, it's not a thing anymore.
Okay, so it's not a thing anymore. That's just it.
It didn't really help.
But she's the one that didn't knock. It's not like it was.
It didn't really help when Kaylee's partner, Justin, came down and said, oh, yeah, I could pick my dad's dick out of a lineup of like 30 dudes.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I definitely haven't seen my dad's that many times. I mean, like all that. Again, but my boys walk in if I'm in the shower, they just come in. I mean, Everett actually just said, oh, no, you're naked, Daddy, one time not too long ago. I go, we're dudes. It's fine. You're going to see naked dudes.
I even tell my kids, like, we have a complete...
you got to maybe follow up with some boundaries there. Like, it's not just like, we're dudes. It's fine.
Like, it's okay, yeah.
But when Jarrett goes to the Y after they play, basketball or whatever.
So if he ever sees that dude in the van... Like, oh yeah, we're dudes. It's okay.
No. That's not the entire conversation. He's aware of what's up.
But I think at our house, like, we've got an open door policy. But my kids now at this point know, like, well, you come around that corner and you hear the shower going, I'm going to be naked.
I only made that mistake once.
You can see that if you want to, but it's probably going to make you more uncomfortable than me. So
when I walked in on my mom on the can and just went, well, that's why we knock, isn't it? And just
you can only knock on a closed door.
My mom was always naked, and then until she married my stepdad, and there was a point where he was the one that was like,
nope,
your son, this is weird. And she was like, oh, is it? I don't know, because it was just me, her, and my brother all the time, so it was just nudity everywhere. Like, so I'm like, I don't think that's weird. Nothing is weird except for opening her fucking nightstand on accident looking for scissors.
Yep, don't do it.
So here's the deal. I walked in on my parents having sex. In the eighth fucking grade.
That's old.
No.
Yeah,
that is old as shit.
Yeah, and I mean, they weren't under the blankets. Like he had
what position?
I'm going to tell you. He had his feet were on the ground, and she was on the bed with like her legs up, and he was going fucking at it.
Jackhammer.
He was ramming my mother.
Not making love. They weren't making love.
There's no love making going on. Like, he was on a mission.
Almost like they don't love each other.
And I don't know. She might have been trying to kick him off. I don't know. What the fuck? I mean, there was a lot of movement happen.
A lot of extremist.
Just fucking again, 8th fucking grade. That's too old to see that shit.
That's old enough.
That's like the worst
make
age
it
to
bad.
see.
Yeah, it really
I go
is.
back to bed. Because I had gotten up and I had just walked in there or whatever.
Did they know that you were there?
Fuck no.
You didn't hear anything as you were walking up?
And they've heard me talk about it at shows before now, though. But this
is not the first time this story's been told. Like,
I don't know if I don't think I heard anything. But anyway, I just opened the goddamn door. I don't even think it was shut all the way. Like, I think this might have, like,
not been your fault.
Some shit happened. Like they had probably got up and not planned to be doing that at the time, and then something like he
or
saw
they
her
wanted
tits or
you to
something.
walk in on it.
Anyway, maybe if they did is awesome. I went back to bed, and then when I got up, I went out there, and my mom's just all smiling in the kitchen. This like an hour
Smoking a
later, and she's
cigarette.
like, "Good morning," and I'm just like. She's too fucking happy. I just saw what happened to you. How are you?
Are you okay?
I just saw you being murdered.
Oh my God, you could have been killed.
Yeah, murder that pussy.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Jarrett, we have Sherry on the line.
My mom's calling in. This is going to be an awkward conversation for a lot of reasons.
Hey, baby, it's
Hey,
mama.
baby, it's Mama. We just need to talk.
Hey, I hear you telling that story about your dad on top of me again.
Oh, your mom called me specifically to tell me about a sex injury last year. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think that she would
That's
give a
true.
shit.
Oh, they don't give two shits. Yeah, she also told you one time because you're allergic to shellfish.
Oh yeah, that
to
I
be
need
careful if I eat it.
Yeah, that sometimes you go out to dinner and on a nice date, and when you go home, you might want to do some things, but that can also give you a reaction.
Oh,
I was newly allergic to shellfish, so she helped me out with that.
Yeah,
like where it comes out of the penis.
No, like if I had my mouth on her vagina.
Oh.
Because I had been eating shellfish.
I was thinking the opposite thing, like if her mouth
that's
was
what I
on
was
your
thinking,
vagina.
Well, you can't. I don't eat shellfish with my dick.
Anymore because
Not
I'm allergic.
anymore. Yeah, I don't.
Not since the allergy.
Back in the day, I'd slurp up an oyster. I'll tell you that much.
That is disgusting. Oh my God.
Slurp
Like a
up an oyster.
Just look like a fucking elephant going to town.
The visuals
are, just fucking stoked.
Big booger going down your throat.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I hate everything that's happening right now.
Well, you want to go to another clip?
I don't even
You
know
want
what
to talk
I
about
want
when
anymore.
I found my mom's dildo in the
Yeah.
night?
100%.
Well, not a dildo because it didn't look like a penis.
Okay.
Or it didn't have
Wait.
balls. It was
What?
just a cylinder.
Oh, a little
like
tasteful little guy. Okay.
Well, it wasn't little.
Oh.
Was
I
it
would say-
metal?
No, it was plastic, and it.
Okay.
You opened up the bottom and the
It's a
batteries.
Batteries,
That's
yeah.
a
But
vibrator.
it wasn't like.
It doesn't have to
Did
look
it
like a
have
dick
a-
to be a
did it-
vibrator. It vibrated. It
No,
took
but
a
it have
a light that
battery
came out
in
of
the
the
back, and it fucking
That's like an
vibrated.
OG vibrator, right? Like that's just what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I
some
thought it was a
vibrators are
flashlight.
like, they're all.
They've come a
fancy
long way.
Not
now.
all of them do fucking backflips.
They have-
I'm just saying.
They
that
have matte finishes and
Some
one-
of them make you do back.
I
one
pushed. I went to
Pressuriness.
like I don't know, New Fine Arts or one of those places one time with some friends super late. And we thought it was funny, and there was like a table full of we could like turn them on and see what they did. And we had this one, and we could not figure out how to turn it off, and it was just flopping all over this table. We were like, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
You just drop it and run.
Yeah.
Like at those souvenir stores, at the beach where you have those little wind-up things and the monkey
Yeah.
jumps
Totally.
over back and
Little
forth.
dog that
There's a
does
whole
the.
tray of them. And
Yeah, they've got little plexiglass wall. They can't get out of there. They're all just walking around. Little dog barks, sits, does a backflip and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
Well, it's nice that they
I
let you.
still want to hear about Dillo's dildo. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're getting there.
Well, that was it. I mean, I
Okay.
just.
That's it.
It's when your parents are in the summertime, they're working, and you're at home. Don't go through their shit unless you
Right.
unless you want to reach in there and not know what you're getting into. I don't know what I was going to find. Money, porno mags,
Dude,
something.
You were just being a nosy little shit.
Found none of that.
Yeah.
But
I did find
put
porn.
my hand on a dildo or on a vibrator that my mom had. I mean, unless my dad was using it.
Yeah.
Had been in there, and my hand was
Yeah,
on
how
it.
do you know it was your mom's?
I don't
know what they were into.
I mean, it was on her side of the bed, unless she's the one who reaches over there and.
So my closest
Yeah.
friend in high school, or early high school, one that I started a band with and everything. His parents had borrowed a video camera, one of the old school ones that like recorded straight to VHS, and they made a sex tape. And it started out with his dad coming out of the shower, and then he like started like doing the thing where you like flip your dick up and down, that thing.
No.
And anyway, and then he did the trick where he hung a rag on his boner and
Yeah.
stuff. And then
That's a good one.
they did it. And we showed every friend ever that came over to his house.
So fucked
I
up.
mean, I'd be like, dude, you got to show him the thing. Of
Get
your
a load
dad,
of this.
But okay, yeah, we could show it to. And I mean, I think every dude we knew saw his parents have sex.
Dude, I've got a pretty good one. None with my mom. My mom, she's been on this podcast. She doesn't give a shit about anything. I don't think I could ever say anything that would be shocking or even embarrassing. But I have another family member who I won't say specifically. And I don't know what family function it was, but me and some of my younger family members were up in the upstairs bedroom, which is where their parents were. And we were just going through shit. I don't know what happened. And we found this thing. We were all little. And it was just, I don't know, probably it was pretty long. And it had like a little cougar attached to it. Like, remember like the little rabbits?
The rabbit.
It had like little bunny ears. It was like that, but it was like a cougar. It was weird. Anyway, we didn't know what it was. So we're like, what the fuck is this thing, right? And a younger family member goes, oh, that's my mom's shoulder massager. Because she had found it.
Yeah.
And we just fucking sat up there, whap, 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 whap. Like it was one of those ones, like one of those ones that did fucking do backflips.
And you're like, is this supposed to be relaxing?
Exactly. We're like, why would they like that? I don't get it.
Yeah, this is not the kind of massage I had in mind.
Oh my God.
I mean, literally, like, I don't know. You try it. Blip, blip, blip.
hey, it's your turn to flop a dick on my back.
Yeah. Okay.
But it didn't look like a dick.
What's fucked up is
Did
like,
it have balls?
Well, no, it had a cougar.
No.
That's on one end, but on the other.
No, it was just like a battery operated deal. But what's just crazy is like the age that you realize what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those things, right? Where like it
was
hits you later in life.
Shattering moment.
Yeah, it hits you.
It just hits you, and you're just
Life
like,
comes at you hard.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it's just like,
God.
yeah. I mean, you guys were just.
And I
hitting
brought
each
it
other.
up too
Just
to that
a
family
bunch
member,
of-
being like, I've been like, remember that thing?
Just a bunch of
Remember that cougar?
cousins rubbing dildos on each other.
Oh my God.
She's just like,
That is definitely. That's.
Okay, what does this family member's name rhyme with?
It gives
Schmishmortion.
gives new meaning to kissing cousins.
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, when you-
It was like everybody. It was like all of the cousins. It's
Yeah.
so fucked up.
Hey, come up here for the cougar train.
And and nobody knew what it was.
No, we were all way too little. Like I'm talking kindergarten, like little. And we were having lunch one time, and I was just like, remember the shoulder massage? And she fucking like went ghost white.
I love how tickled
Everybody
you are
remember-
about it.
Fucking
Everybody remembers,
hilarious.
but nobody wants to
Everybody
talk
was.
about it.
Yeah, everybody was tickled by it. All the cousins.
That's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
What? Well, this woman has just introduced herself as Val's mother. How many mothers does Val have?
Just one. This is my mother. My father owns a nightclub downstairs. My mother is the star.
What?
We lied to you. Barbara and I and everybody lied for us. These are my parents.
This is my wife. And this is the lady who had Val.
It's nice to meet you, Catherine.
Very nice, Val. You've done a good job.
Thank you. I'm very proud of him.
I don't understand.
He just keeps saying that.
I love that. He's so confused.
So now Val grows a backbone.
Sure. After all this shit.
When it's convenient and the cat's out of the bag anyway.
But still, you have to think.
Because he didn't
seriously.
decide. He didn't decide to make a stand here.
Yeah. No.
It was
Forced on.
blatantly obvious.
100%. And that's just it. So
Boy, now
if
I'm
you're
getting
that,
pissed off.
If you're the Albert character, for 2 days, he was ashamed of you.
He should have just been like, okay, here's the deal. This dad is fake. My parents are actually lesbians. Like, I bet that still would have softened the blow a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
True.
maybe
These
so.
are my moms. Sorry, I lied.
Well, the funny thing is about when the senator says, how many moms does he have? It's not a negative thing towards Albert. He's basically looking at the dad going,
Like he
what the
has-
fuck have you done?
Yeah, has a mistress.
Yeah, exactly. And but yeah, just great. And then but then they're also like, also our last name is Goldman and we are Jewish. And he's still just like,
what?
I don't understand. Wait,
How?
what?
I
get it.
love that he just didn't understand. I feel like that would be my father. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
And then they're even like, this is a man.
Yeah.
But
He's
it's
like,
an
I'll
interesting-
explain when we get home.
But it's an interesting commentary too on this guy has built a career on hating this thing.
Right. And he has really he's really become, he has a affection towards her. And she even, Albert even says, I'm the same person. That's me. I mean,
But even more than that, it's not, oh, I was afraid of this, but now I realize it's not so bad. It's, you don't even know what you're fucking afraid of.
Right.
You don't understand what's going on at all.
Yeah.
It's just such a convenient talking point for you that, you know, the homos are going to ruin all of society with their, you know, loving each other's weenies. But and so that makes sense because you can package that up and you can sell that bullshit to a bunch of idiots. But you don't know. You don't know anything about this.
Right.
So it's that convenient ignorance.
Well, and I don't think he even got to
aggravating.
I don't think he even understood, because the first time he tried to leave, he was like, hope this doesn't change your vote.
Yeah. You'll still vote for me, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, still do what you do. I probably still don't agree with it.
By
Not
the way,
quite sure why.
He is a senator in fucking wherever, New Jersey.
Right.
They can't vote for him anyway because
Sure.
they live in Florida. So, plot hole.
Oh, way to go there.
Idiots.
Well, this movie doesn't make any fucking sense then.
Nope.
That's what pissed me off.
Destroyed it.
Voter fraud, not
Is
okay.
real.
They're
It's a real problem. Yeah.
Two Barn Coffee says afraid of the unknown. And yeah, it's, you know,
that too.
there's this odd human thing where we think that people or not, I don't think that this is you know, again, I'm not being accusatory of anybody in particular. I think that there's a certain type of person who thinks people who aren't exactly like them are bad. And
Well, that's as old as time, right?
of course, age as old as time, sucking on a D.
I was thinking The Land Before Time.
Oh, okay. I was going Beauty
That
and the
was
Beast.
devastating.
Fucking dinosaurs.
Wait, after the 18th movie, do they die?
Don't they get hit by a meteorite or
I
something?
think it just becomes Ice Age. I don't know. It's
Does it morph into
Homeboy.
the...
blends in.
Okay.
Sorry,
and then Lion King, and that brings us back to this movie.
Yes,
Circle of Life.
Birdcage.
Look at that.
Huh. Oh, Zazu was in that.
This fucking good
Timon.
one.
It was a
I actually
bird.
so that comment was processing in my head, and I didn't get it quick enough, so I moved on, and then you just went
You were thinking
right out.
Rafiki, weren't you?
No. I just couldn't get Zazu, and I
There's
was
a
like,
bird,
okay,
there's a
Birdcage.
bird.
Yeah, I knew who it was.
Oh.
It's the word.
Yeah. Now, I believe that you're saying that the bird is the word.
Have you read the story about a certain aviary
Have you heard
phenomenon?
that and he goes in the bathroom, crawls underneath the stall. Oh, but let everybody's heard.
Birdcage.
You know, Mike from Florida says difference only makes us better. Sing it. So I agree. I think it's good that not all people are the same, because quite frankly, I find a lot of things about most people fucking annoying.
And if more people in this earth were like me, I would hate even more of them than I do now. I have so much self-loathing and self-hatred.
Oh God,
that
it's just
more
rampant.
of me.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that would be terrible.
Yeah, I just don't want the competition. You know, like I don't need somebody
As handsome as you.
Well, just I don't know. I would, sure. I mean, we could go there. You know, I mean,
we don't have to, but we could.
I mean, we could. You know,
I mean, if you want to talk more about how handsome I am, we can.
That's fine. You know?
Yeah. So, what do you think about this escape plan?
I think it's great. I think it definitely. Again, here's the thing. As this, like before this last clip, they're going out the door. He says to his daughter, you know, you want to get married. How many lives do you want to ruin to do that? Right. And so she's going out the door. Again, I know I already said this, but let's think about where that puts us in this situation. At this point, they're leaving because they don't like those people because they're different from them. And she's decided she's going to not marry this guy and leave with her parents. And that's the end of this whole thing. That's it. That's where we're at. And the couple and their son and their manservant are all back here, and they're having to take this in as these people are leaving because they fucking hate us because they're different from us.
Yeah.
And now he's not getting married. Now, a flash of a photograph, and all of a sudden we're fucking eating candy in a chair, and the lovebirds are cuddling again. And we're coming up with this plan. Apparently, everything's fine now.
Yeah, you think he'd be a little more upset that she just bailed. Like,
That's exactly my point.
Because if there weren't anybody standing out that door, you would have already been out
That'd have been it.
Maybe it's because he felt like such an asshole for putting everybody through all of that.
Right.
Then he was like, maybe I'll kind of forgive her a little bit.
Maybe those two fucking cocksuckers deserve each other.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
Yeah, maybe they're both terrible.
They're both terrible,
Up to
and
this
they can
point,
fuck off
that
forever.
marriage does not last. There's no fucking way.
No way.
That's very true. Yeah.
I mean, unless y'all saw Birdcage 2, where the senator comes out as gay.
Right.
And has to learn how to be gay instead of straight.
Well, and the two
And
moms...
cope with his daughter's divorce.
Well, it's...
at the same time.
It's funny because the senator's wife actually runs away with Val's birth mother. And, and they...
There we go.
Yeah, they...
To Whoville.
To Whoville. And once again, they win the best lights.
Oh,
award.
yeah, because she's the mom.
She's not the mom.
No, she's like
she's
the
not
hot
the
who.
mom. She's the one that lives next door that like puts
Cindy
her,
Lou Who.
She puts her Christmas lights up with the fucking cannon.
Yeah.
But the mom is
is Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, she's
fucking-
Martha May Whovier.
Whoville.
Hoover?
Hoovier?
Have you heard of the bird is the word?
I
just can't get out of that. All right. Let's say, okay, so now they're trapped, obviously, and he says they couldn't just blend in with the audience and leave after the show. And that leads us into our last clip after Sean scratches his balls.
Meet me in 20 minutes at the corner of El Dorado and Palm.
Lady, not for $1 million.
I love that. I think that's hilarious. It's like the drivers. I mean, the disguise worked.
I mean, right there, right in front of his face.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice. Question for you. Was there any outfit worn by either Nathan Lane or Robin Williams in this film that you would wear out in the general public doing your daily work?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely
What about
would,
the suits?
maybe the suits, but
Yeah.
I mean, not doing my daily work. But I mean, I thought the suits were nice.
The suits were nice.
But I mean, I definitely wouldn't wear peach pants or like
Or a silk top.
you know, or a silk top.
When he was doing the John Wayne walk, I noticed he was wearing like clogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those
Man
shoes.
clogs. And I
Yeah.
was like, I wonder if I could get away with wearing
They look like the croc
or
type shoes
culottes
that
or whatever they're called.
surgeons wear.
I used to have a pair of Doc Martens like that. They were like Doc Martens, but they didn't have heels, so they were like slip-ons,
Oh.
but like clogs.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, I didn't wear them much.
Slip-on Doc Martens.
Yeah, without
Doc
a heel.
Martens. Doc Martens.
Doc Martens. Doc Martens.
Doc Martens.
I think
Martens.
Martin
Lawrence.
All right, look, here's the thing. I realize I had some trouble with the Val character and all of that. All in all, thought it was a funny movie. I actually laughed quite a bit. You know, I the Nathan Lane's character, obviously amazing. I think Hank Azaria steals the whole movie. Robin Williams is great. And, you know, obviously Gene Hackman's always amazing. And the lady that plays his wife is the same character in every movie she plays.
Diane, whatever.
Love
her.
her.
Name is.
She's great.
Edward Scissorhands' mom.
Yeah. And she's the mom in Parenthood, which would be a fucking great movie for us to do.
Put on the list, Sean.
Yeah, Parenthood would be great.
Edward Scissorhands reminds me. Sean, are you 40 yet?
No.
How close to being 40 are you?
Couple years.
Okay. We talked about doing an Edward 40 Hands party for whoever the next person.
Casey just brought this up just the other day. Actually.
What in the world?
Oh
How
no,
does this
me and you. No, me and you talked about.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's what it was.
Next
Yeah,
person
yeah.
that turns 40.
Well, I mean,
Edward 40 Hands
in this
party.
room, it would be me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Edward 40 Hands.
Edward 40 Hands podcast. We'll watch Edward Scissorhands with 40s taped to our hands.
Oh man, I can't wait.
And we can't.
Well, I can't
Stop.
do that because I gotta do.
You can figure it out a way.
No, mine was to hire UB40 for your 40th birthday.
Well, I love red wine and
that's it, right?
The red wine dance remix.
Sure,
was good.
Yeah, and then you're right. The red wine
New York Club
radio
Wait,
version.
12-inch.
So do we do the Edward 40 Hands but with wine instead of beer? And
If you
just
can
do
drink
both?
80 ounces of wine, you bet.
Let's do it.
How many ounces is in a bottle of wine?
Or in a box.
Oh,
We just box our hands.
well, shit, that's a fucking lot
That
of
sounds-
wine.
How are you going to push the button on the tab?
Heavy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Everett?
I was about to say our children.
Everett?
We
I feel like we're overthinking it.
We can
but
get somebody in here to tech it.
anyway, she said Edward
Okay, so we're going to
Scissorhands, I
hire
think.
UB40 and do Edward 40 Hands for Sean's 40th.
100%.
Yeah.
But we all gotta drink Mickey's.
I knew you're going to, I don't know why I knew you were
Yeah.
going to say that when you started that sentence.
Colt
Mickey's.
45.
Yeah, I thought it was just Old English. That's what we drank in college.
No, fucking Mickey's is like,
That's what I drink.
yeah, same. That's like dirty cigarette punk rock house.
Oh, God, it
Denton.
sounds awful. Sounds awful. They make Miller Lite 40s. I'll just get that.
Let's do that.
And
It's my 40th.
you get to pick the beer?
You
For
get
everybody?
to pick what everybody drinks at your birthday
No, we
party.
get
That's
to
the
pick what-
stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Fucking get him.
Get him.
That
Get
asshole.
him.
Get him.
Get him. Anyway, Casey,
Yes.
what'd you think?
Love this movie. I've always loved this movie. I mean, I do agree. I think it's been a long time since I've seen it. I do think there are some things that I probably thought were funnier like the first few times I saw it, but I mean, it's a classic in my opinion.
Eric, you kind of came to this movie's defense a bunch, so this is obviously one of those ones that you really like.
Yeah, I like this film. I remember liking this film. I hadn't seen it in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. It hits differently after 20 years of society and my own personal maturity and all of those things. So I understand where you're coming from. I am glad that you finally saw it my way and liked the film. So that is good.
Okay.
So it's still maybe if it was an A before, it's an A- now, but still up
Sure.
there.
Yeah. I mean, I think, we're just in this weird time where we're having to put things in perspective, and I just feel like it's just more and more as we're getting into some of these more classic movies, there's just, it's like the whole, the age old Jarrett Reddick, like, if cell phones existed, this movie couldn't be made here. It's like it just seems like there's more and more of those kind of things that are popping up where you're just like, I don't know about that. And 2020 has been fucking savage to many, many topics, obviously, that, we're not going to fucking explore that ever again, But yeah, man, you picked this one, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. No, we all picked it as a group.
Yeah, I think it's been on the
was
list for a
just on the
while.
list.
It's come up a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amy?
Loved it.
Yep.
It makes me laugh out loud. I think I love it just as much as I did before. I get it. I was thinking the same things that you were, or I think everybody was throughout the movie. Like, oh, I don't think they could do that anymore right now. But it still I don't give a shit about it when I watch a movie. I just think it's funny.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
And not much offends me.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't want to say I'm insensitive to it because I think I realize when things are sensitive, but
No, I don't think that at all. I mean, I'm not offended. I just think that guy's a fucking shithead.
yeah, it's different now.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, you can't offend me. I don't think that there's really a way to do that. And you either.
Yeah, you
I actually
have
just
to
said this the other
really
day.
try.
I said, me and Casey I was just like, man, I fucking love our friends. It's like, it's nice to have a friend like Amy who you don't really know in a group, like whether me or her is going to say the most offensive thing.
And then my mom comes
Like
in.
you
And
just
then my
wait.
mom comes in, yeah. and then yeah.
Oh, that's
and
so
like
good.
the whole fucking room goes, ooh, and me and you were looking at each other like, yes! Sean, what'd you think, buddy?
Saw it in theater, loved it, still love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Did you watch this one with the wife?
No, she doesn't like it.
No, she doesn't like this one.
No, because her family just watched it all the time. So she.
Oh, okay, she's sick of it, kind of thing. Yeah, that's how I am with a lot of people like those Pink Panther movies. I can't do it because my dad just watched that shit all the time. I can't do it. I just honestly don't fucking think it's funny.
It is so
See, I think
weird.
it's funny because of the opposite reason. Like my dad would laugh out loud so hard watching those that I think it's funny because he thought it was so funny.
Hi everyone. Eric Delo here. Thanks for listening. Remember to text or email us this week's secret phrase. And away we go. I see. You're going to the cemetery with your toothbrush. How Egyptian. See ya later, Bill and Ted.
I just introduced Eller the other day. We were sitting down to have lunch at some point over the holiday. And I pulled up that recent Pink Panther, Steve Martin with the Amber Gal. And that kid has asked to watch that video 10 times a day, every day since then. And then he wants to recreate it. Would. And he must do this 100 times.
You could film that and make him a star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
that's true.
Next time I will.
Yeah, you could make the kid a star.
Put him on the Dick Doc, right, Amy?
Yeah, Dick Doc.
Guys, that's it for the Birdcage. Hey, you can connect with us. Our website's JarrettGoesToTheMovies.com, or we're on Facebook. We have a fan page on Facebook that's awesome. Hit us up on YouTube and Twitch. Please subscribe to both of those. We'd love to let you know when we have things happening. We're on Instagram at Jarrett Movies. Our Patreon is patreon.com, Jarrett Goes to the Movies. And here's the thing. Again, this show is 100% supported by you guys, the listeners. So we would appreciate any and all support there. Our email is at jarrettgoestothemovies@gmail.com. And you can text us or leave us a voicemail at 714-451-6029. That's 714-451-6029. Thank you for sharing. If you do share our podcast post when we put a new one out, we will call your name and thank you personally. And here we go. Brandon Gore, Rebecca Alberson, Mike Phillips, Vinny Cataldo, Joey Bishop, Chris Pulse, Dixon McCooch, David Kendrick, Woody Chambers, Armand Hammer, Barry Ferguson, Justin Bowman, Jeremy Wheeler, Rocco Russo, Jesse W.C. Heffron, Mark Meyer, Grant Columba, Amanda Lynn, Aaron Brown, Don Key... Amanda Lynn. Oh. Aaron Brown, Don Key, and Bill Ding. Thank you guys so much for listening. And we appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And we will see you down the road.